But Bonnie Blue has finally done it. She managed to get arrested for real. This is not another YouTube prank or a staged TikTok, but in actual, real life jail cell by actual government officials who do not know what an OF collab is. And honestly, if there was ever a speedrun for how fast you can piss off an entire country, Bonnie Blue just set the world record.
Controversial content creator Bonnie Blue has been detained by police in Bali over alleged pornographic activities. The British woman was banned from Australia and its schoolies celebrations, heading instead to Indonesia.
Bonnie Blue's sordid adventure to Bali has taken a dramatic twist. The 26-year-old questioned by officers at a police station in Kuta. She was spotted talking to two people, one believed to be a lawyer. The controversial OnlyFans creator announced her arrival last week.
Hey boys, those that are going to schoolies and to those that are barely legal, cannot wait to meet you, and I'm in Bali, so you know exactly what that means.
Because after spending the last year treating the planet like one giant adults only tour, Bonnie decided to take her bang bus, yes, the infamous one you've probably seen all over TikTok, straight into Bali, a place where her entire career is literally illegal. It all started when Indonesian authorities confirmed that Bonnie had been detained over actual graphic activity violations. Not any moral issues or disagreements, not someone being dramatic online, real life charges from a real government who very clearly do not care how many followers she has. The moment police stepped in, you could just feel the entire energy shift. Because it's all fun doing this in the UK and America where no one really cares about adult content, but things are a little bit different in Asia, and everyone realized, yeah, this time she's actually cooked. It's similar to what happened with Vitali. You can get away with trolling and harassment in America with no real consequences, just a slap on the wrist, and now he's been sat in jail in the Philippines for a year. But with Bonnie, it was kind of predictable. She had been running this adult content world tour that made absolutely no sense. She started in the UK, terrorized half of the population, then dipped to Australia, and instead of leaving the bus behind like a normal human being, she literally shipped the thing across the planet like it was some priceless museum artifact. At this point, that bus might have more miles than Bonnie does. And honestly guys, what do you think has more miles, Bonnie or her bus?
Adult content creator Bonnie Blue, who'd been offering her services to, quote, barely legal schoolies, has had her Australian visa cancelled. 7 News understands the Department of Home Affairs made the decision because the British woman was advertising the fact she was going to work in Australia despite being on a 12-month visitor visa.
And you might be asking, well, since she's recording adult content in a foreign country, in a completely different continent, she might, you know, research the laws, check if her entire job is even legal there, ask literally anyone on her team. No, she got on Instagram and posts, barely legal boys, I'm in Bali, kissing emoji. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. And the funny thing is, that's not really a caption. I think that's a confession. If you didn't know, Indonesia has some of the strictest anti-adult content laws in the world. There's no warnings, no please delete this. No, they just go and arrest you. So when they raided her villa, which already sounds like the start of some cursed Netflix documentary, they didn't find Bonnie just filming a spicy TikTok. They found Bonnie, foreign men, cameras, outfits, props, and enough adult supplies to, I don't even know. I don't know who has more adult supplies than Bonnie Blue. Anyways, they detained her, the police, some random 28-year-old Australian guy, 2 British guys, and 1 woman supposedly part of her team. The guys were released pretty quickly, probably because they were just extras in the Bonnie cinematic universe. But Bonnie herself, she stayed exactly where she was. Because when you organize, film, produce, and star in content that's illegal in that country, yeah, you're not going home for dinner. Bali police then dropped the inventory list of what they found, and it was so unserious I thought this was some fake story or some prank. They seized cameras, lighting equipment, flash drives, rubbers, lube, 9 pink necklaces, and outfits labeled School Bonnie Blue. They also confiscated 2 full sheets of Viagra, confirming that absolutely nobody involved had any business being there.
Hey guys, any comment? Hi. Hey guys. Are you happy? What's your step, mate? What's your step? Any comments?
Any comment, Mr. Green?
Any comments, guys?
And that's not even the funniest part, because just when you think the story can't get more ridiculous, Indonesian authorities announced Bonnie is facing additional charges because the bus she was using was the wrong color. I'm being serious. The registration said the vehicle was supposed to be white, Bonnie painted it dark blue and never updated the paperwork. So she's in trouble for making illegal adult content and for a repaint job. Imagine sitting in a foreign jail cell and the officer tells you, well look Bonnie, the adult content is pretty bad, but the paint color, that's where we draw the line. And the internet, of course, reacted exactly how you'd expect. Everyone was celebrating and even begging the Indonesian government to increase the sentencing. Meanwhile, locals in Bali started chiming in online, saying the situation is actually way more serious than people think. Indonesia has a long-standing habit of making examples out of foreigners who break morality laws, and Bonnie isn't a small violation. She is literally a walking billboard for exactly what they've been trying to crack down on. So when immigration stepped in, confiscated her passport, detained her team, and officially blocked her from leaving the country, it became clear this wasn't a funny Bonnie Blue moment, this was a full-blown criminal case. There was no going home, no posting her way out of it, no apology video, it's literally Bonnie versus the Indonesian government. And you might be asking about the outcome. Well, honestly, it could go three ways. The most likely option is deportation. They kick her out, ban her for a couple years, and send her home with the world's most awkward airport story. The second option is an actual jail sentence. Indonesia can hand out months to years of prison time for producing adult content, especially if they feel the case is high profile enough. And the third, probably the worst fate, is that she gets stuck in administrative detainment for months while they just decide what to do with her. Not sentenced, not deported, just sat there waiting. I mean, right now Bonnie is probably sat in Bali jail or detainment thinking about why she didn't Google 5 words. Is adult content illegal in Indonesia? Actually, that's 6 words. And you know what? That's what makes this entire story insane. Bonnie spent the past 2 years bragging about everything. Her millions, her legal team, management, status, influence, that she's untouchable, but in the end, none of that mattered. Because right now, Bonnie is stuck in Bali with zero ability to leave, zero clarity on her case, and zero understanding of how badly she screwed up. Her bus is impounded, her team is detained, her image is tanking. I mean, to be fair, her image was already pretty cooked. And her freedom is completely controlled by a legal system that does not care how many TikTok followers she has. Because if you guys didn't know, like in the West here, jail sentences aren't very serious. Like you can kill someone and you'll get like 15 to 20 years, or at least that's how it is in the UK. You know, for example, if you steal something in the UK, you're probably never going to go to jail. You'll just get a suspended sentence. But if you steal in Asia, they're cutting off all your limbs and probably going to give you the death sentence. So I actually googled like what is Indonesia's sentencing for offenses of adult content, like producing it and distributing it. Well, it ranges from 6 months to a maximum of 15 years. Now realistically, they won't give her the max, that's pretty insane. Maybe she'll get a couple months, maybe a year. I think most likely she'll do a couple months in detainment whilst they figure out what to do with her, and eventually they'll just deport her and ban her. I doubt she's actually going to prison. You never know though, they might be quite harsh on her. I'm not from Asia, I don't know. If you're Indonesian, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, so let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. I mean, there's not much to say. She's stupid. Very clear. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.